Welcome to The Kingdom Sleeps, the fantasy bedtime story decided by the roll of a dice. My name's Andrew, I'll be your story master for this evening, and tonight I'll be joined by Orla as we continue Nina's adventure and find out, finally, the truths about the Whispering Forest. Tonight's episode art was produced by Kotaraya Rizue. Thank you so much, Kotaraya, for your magnificent art. I will never stop being grateful for being able to work with such talented artists on this show. If you'd like to help us support these artists and get them paid fairly, and also help the production of the show in general, we'd really appreciate your support on Patreon. It's only $3 a month, and over there you get ad-free episodes, you get sometimes early access episodes and bonus episodes, and you'll also get access to all of the high-quality art that is produced for the show. A huge thank you to the people who already support us on Patreon. We truly couldn't make this show without you, and we really appreciate your support. But without further ado, close your eyes, make yourselves comfortable, and join us where the kingdom sleeps. It is night, and you sit alone with Steph, opposite him in his workshop, lit only by the dwindling lantern that sits on his workbench. He stares at you with some solemnity as he tries to muster the words he feels he needs to deliver to you now. And in his eyes you can see, though he is very serious and determined, he is searching for those words. And in a sudden strike of inspiration, he opens the drawer just underneath his work desk and pulls out the ring that you found in the Whispering Forest and gave him earlier that day upon his request. As he pulls it out, he caresses it briefly, gently, and slides it onto his index finger. And with a small, almost mischievous grin on his face, he admires it, and then looks over to you, sat across. Did you know, Nina, your grandmother and I, we made this ring?
Oh. But I found it.
Yes. It seems that the Whispering Forest deemed it a suitable gift for you. How wise it appears to be. I think I've told you before that Freya was a very talented mining harvester. She had travelled the continent, finding all myriad of marvellous minerals and stones and jewels for our business. And none more special than the stones contained within this ring here. Very rare what we have in our presence. You see the bands of colour?
Yeah.
pink, yellow, and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Remind you of anything?
Yeah, the Mamu.
That's right. Now, how this stone is created, can't quite say, but in some way the Mamu, imbue themselves into Brightstone. And all we know for certain is that this is a very rare occasion. You will not find Brightstone imbued with Mamu spirit very often at all.
You mean the Mamu go into the Brightstone?
Your guess is as good as mine. All we can say is that your grandmother found this stone. These 3 stones, individually, that I have formed into one, in disparate parts of the continent, deep within the ground or in cave systems, and in very small supply. We have collected some that I have here in my workshop, but I've personally never even heard of anyone else having found it. Well, when she brought it back to me, I was marveled. And of course, jewelry being our trade at the time, we thought, why not combine these into something special, into this ring? Purely for the aesthetic beauty at first, but it became very quickly apparent that doing such a thing, combining these stones and polishing them as such into a focused point, had very surprising effects.
Magic.
I suppose you could describe it as such. And you've seen yourself today. Very surprising. And he throws his hand out to the side, across to the other side of his workshop, at which point the apparition of a glowing iridescent hand shoots across the room towards a small plot on one of the shelves with just a newly sprouting vegetation inside of it that the iridescent hand grabs onto and shoots back to Steph as it lands in his own palm, and the hand disappears. Quite curious.
That's what happened today.
Yes. As you can see, we discovered something quite powerful. It was very exciting at first. We had no idea what to do with it. I, foolishly, said we should find more, create these, sell them, patent them, perhaps, and make our fortune.
It would change the world.
That's what your grandmother said. And after some thought, it was her idea and decision that we should tell no one.
Why?
It was her belief that in the wrong hands, and perhaps even in the right hands, such magic, as you call it, would indeed change the world. We couldn't guarantee for the better. We're not entirely sure just how far this magic can go. Just quite what it can do, or what somebody might do with it.
If it was in the wrong hands.
That's right. It would certainly change the world forever, and well, Freya didn't think it wise, and I'm inclined now, with time to agree with her. And so, as far as I know, I am the only one in possession of such things.
But could there not be others? Ones you don't know about?
Certainly could. But I've kept my ear to the ground, so to speak. I have my connections still out in the wider world. I've certainly been looking, but I've not heard of anything. I have several of these. We made several, and I've made several since Freya's passing. And he leans over to hand the ring to you.
Cautiously take it.
He slides open his drawer once again. Some of these have such curious effects.
They don't all work the same?
Oh, no. It's, I believe, all to do with the orientation of the small coloured lines, almost as an engineering glyph might be used in normal bright stone work. If you orient them together in particular ways, they will have differing effects. I know quite little about it myself, and mostly what I've created here is through trial and error. The amount of times I've broken apart this stone and fused it back again in an attempt to try and formulate something that has a distinct effect rather than a more disparate one. But, well, I say all of this because I give them to you now.
To me?
Yes. I think you may need them.
No, I think it's best if you keep them. And
Nina, I'm giving them to you.
But we saw what happened today.
You were unfamiliar with what you were dealing with, and you were callous because I was not honest.
And I wasn't honest. And I wouldn't even know what to do with them.
That's why I intend to tell you. You may chance to wonder how it is that my ring would find itself in the Whispering Forest.
It doesn't make sense.
Some time ago, when Freya was first ill. Well, no healer could tell us what to do. Freya put a lot of her faith in the Mamu, and whilst they seemed to soothe her, comfort her, she was clearly still deteriorating. And so I became desperate at a time. I don't suppose you have ever come across in your reading the fabled Lake of All Healing.
Not in reading, but I think I've heard of it. It's not real, though, is it?
Well, I certainly wouldn't know. I began deep study and research into the subject. There are certain niche explorers that do tell tale of having made some way into the Whispering Forest. And come close, come near. And some who even speak of having seen the Oyageist who lives there.
The what?
The Mother Spirit.
you'd see Nina's eyes light up at that word. Yes, that's... I think Ovest mentioned that, the boy from the dreams.
That would make sense. There is very little writing around this, and many scholars believe it to be myth, perhaps folklore. Others choose to take it more literally. There was a time, a long time ago, during that first period of the Awoken Ones, where the Mother Spirits, the great spirits from which all other Mamu are born, they presented themselves to the people of Sopros and lived among them.
The great spirits lived among people.
That's right. I think they were very important to the early culture. But
were they Mamu?
In a sense, they were the great Mamu from which all other Mamu spread. 3 Oyageist, 3 Mother Spirit. That, well, create all the rest, as the writings go. And for some reason, as time went on, they hid themselves, made themselves unseen, hidden deep in the darkest caves and the most treacherous forests.
Ovest said he was going to visit the Mother Spirit. He said that she had great healing, could heal anything, anyone.
Fascinating. I should imagine Ovest is one of a time quite long ago.
You think Ovest was a spirit?
It's the only way I can make sense of it, Nina.
Huh. I mean, I guess that makes sense. He met Freya. He can't have been real, or at least can't have been of this time.
No. I don't know. I feel like perhaps something of his spirit is trapped within the roots.
You think he's stuck here?
It's the feeling I have, though certainly hope not. Well, Nina, I sought to find this lake, this fabled lake, and the elusive Oyageist. I truly saw it as my only hope to save Freya. And that is when I began exploring the Whispering Forest. Now, it is not to be treated lightly. It is a strange place. Beautiful, as you say, but strange. There are apparitions in that forest. There are voices that whisper things. Not all things are real. But quickly, not only did I find that the pathways of that forest were labyrinthian in nature and seemingly ever-changing, I attempted for a long time to map routes that I had travelled before, only to find that they are dispersed and no longer existent when I tried to trace them again. I also found something quite a lot darker. Something corrupt. Cannot say what it was. But it was a spirit of some kind, at least. I think I know this.
A dark spirit?
A dark spirit, yes. This flailing, deep, oozing mass that seemed to almost be infecting certain parts of the forest. Quickly discovered it to be quite dangerous and was only slightly attacked by it. Several times I feel if I was not more lucky I...
Attacked?
Yes. And he raises his sleeve after unbuttoning the cuff. And as he pulls up his sleeve, just in the hollow of his elbow, you can see this black bead that looks like a blood blister that then just has little sprouting black veins coming out of it.
Oh God.
Yes. It was only a small touch, but, well, it's only grown worse ever since.
Nina will come off the chair down onto her knees next to him to look at his arm.
Are you trying to assess something about it?
Yes, as much as possible. I want to know if it looks infectious, if it looks like it's harming him in any way.
Please roll me a medicine check and an arcana check.
Medicine is 11. Arcana is 9.
I'll give you the choice now to swap those over if you wish, whichever you'd like to know more about.
She would like to know more about the medicine.
Okay. We'll keep it as is. Or was it? Yeah. Looking at it from a medical standpoint, it certainly looks like some sort of infection. Not one that Nina would have seen before. And it does also seem as if it is rooted in his very veins, somehow.
Opa, what is this?
Like I say, Nina, I can't be sure. I wouldn't worry too much.
When did this happen?
Roll down his sleeve.
When did this happen?
A long time ago. It's not done me too much harm, honestly. This was, well, a time maybe 80 seasons ago, just before Freya passed.
Does it hurt?
Some days worse than others.
You should have said something. I could have looked for some medicine.
Nina, I've looked. I've looked and looked, and I've tried to create my own remedies, and I've consulted healers.
We could go to the city. We could find someone with answers. Someone will know more.
As I say, Nina, it doesn't bother me too much. Purely a battle wound of times gone by.
It hasn't changed. Stays just like this all those years.
I would say it has grown slightly in those years.
What are you not telling me?
I'm trying to tell you all. Nina, I really am. I wish not for there to be any more secrets between us. It does give me bad dreams.
Dreams?
Yes.
What kind of dreams?
Nightmares. Memories that never happened.
Memories that never happened? Like what?
Well, I'd really rather not discuss those, Nina, but things that I personally feel it is trying to make me feel. I think it tries to make me feel loathsome. But not often. Not often.
Well, we have to get help. And she stands up.
Nina, I truly am fine. I promise you. A little old, a little tired. But it doesn't afflict me. I promise you.
I just don't think that if you say it's getting worse or growing in any way, we shouldn't sit here and do nothing.
Perhaps. Like I say, I have tried to fix it. But, well, I think there are a few things in this world that could fix it. But this is besides the matter, Nina. You must understand me. As I say, a long time ago, this dark force was inflicting itself upon the forest. Seemingly, I believe, from the paths I traced. I think deriving from its center and permeating outwards. And when you told me this morning, well, when you told me earlier, weeks ago, that you found this cloak containing the dark substance. Yes.
You think they're connected?
Nina, I assure you they are the same thing. And it makes me fear that it has in fact spread further than I thought. And when you told me that it was this morning at the very edge of the forest, not far off the path, it's made me very concerned. For many long seasons now, the Guardians Guild, I believe, have knowledge that there is something untoward in the forest. Of course, the forest has its own special way unique to itself, but I think they've been privy to something of the darkness that is there. This is why they keep people away with their signs and their fences. But whilst it was localized there, I could have been assured that perhaps someone was taking care of it. But now, I am concerned. And I assure that you would probably be concerned with me. That this is a force that needs to be investigated.
And I met a guardian on the path. Remember, maybe 2 weeks back?
I do remember.
On the way to the orchard, looking for someone. And you said that they never came here.
No, not...
She was a tall woman, heading this way. And she seemed worried for something.
Interesting. I wonder if they are connected. Did you see her trail off towards the forest at all?
No, she was coming in your direction, I think. I'm surprised that she didn't end up at the orchard. But what is this thing, this spirit doing to the forest?
It seems, over time, that it is bringing some malevolence to the plants and the mamu that live there. Where I would travel a path and find this darkness, the trees would wilt, and the mamu would flee. It seemed to create a dark barrenness, and it flailed with tendrils that would seek to grasp at anything in its way. It moved slowly, but it certainly spread. And it contained voices, Nina.
Voices?
Yes.
What kind of voices?
Voices that coaxed. Something about... almost like a cry for help.
When I was in the woods, I heard you. You don't think that was...
Where did you hear me?
Well, I was daydreaming, and then I heard you call for me. Just for a brief moment. And I thought I must have imagined it. You don't think that's... Maybe I did imagine it.
Curious. It's hard to say, Nina, it's hard to say. Like I say, the forest itself, it's quite a spiritual place. It's full of apparitions. And though they are false, they're not necessarily malevolent.
But these voices, they were unkind?
From this darkness, yes. Well, it seemed as though the voices were suffering some great unkindness. But nevertheless, its behavior was grasping and seemingly malevolent.
And do you think it's connected, the dreams that you have?
I feel so. I feel so.
What should we do?
Nina, I think if I were a young man, for the good of our home, perhaps for the good of all the people that live here in Morrowold, I would go back into that forest and try to ascertain what is ailing it, how to combat this darkness before it is too late.
Well then, I'll go, or we'll go together.
I'm old, Nina. I can't count the number of times, just in the last short while, that you've had to pull me from the ground. How weak I am. Nina, I would never before have asked you to do something like this, or even suggested it to you. But I see now that you are a capable young woman. You are very smart. You're very agile. But much like your grandmother. And I think we ought to do it. I think you ought to do it.
Where would I go?
Well, I think I might have something to help with that. And he picks up the necklace that lay on the table, and he before said belonged to your grandmother. I've been working on this all day today, since you spoke to me this morning. Thank you, Nina. I have augmented it. As such, I believe it will help point you towards a large spiritual force.
What do you mean?
Nina, I can't say for sure, and you may think me just an old loon for all the nonsense I talk, but I believe the Oyageist lives in the center of that forest, and I believe it may be afflicted. This will act as a compass, so that you may be always guided to its spiritual center. Yes? I think you should enter the forest. Use this as your guide. See where it takes you.
But who will stay with you?
It's harvest time, Nina. There's plenty of hands. They'll live here for the next few weeks. I'll be fine.
But how will I know if you're not fine? If something happens, who will make dinner?
I can cook, you know.
You cannot cook.
I'm
no
capable.
more secrets. You cannot cook.
I will find someone who can cook. I'm sure one of the hands will help for a few extra marks.
Bellamy.
I'm sure Bellamy will help. This is far more important than any harvest or any old man who dodders about his orchard. Nina, this is about the spiritual sanctity of our home.
Okay.
And he leans over to hand you this necklace, and as he does so, pulls back just slightly. And I say this only, Nina, that you go and you look and you find out. But if you should find yourself in any great danger, or even near it, take yourself away.
I will.
And find your way home.
Okay.
I do find that the forest has a natural tendency to spit you out. It would rather you leave than go to its center. So you should find coming home easy if you want to.
Okay.
And as for the rest of these, I feel they may come in useful against some of the more unusual spiritual encounters you'll find in that forest. Here, and he lays out a silk cloth with several rings dotted on it, with these curious bright stone inlaid and these really intricately laid out sedimentary sort of glyphs almost. These, and he takes these little pendants, and they're not attached to chains as with the one you hold in your hand now. Just singular pendants that sort of drop down in almost like a rectangular square shape, also containing these sedimentary glyphs. These are quite special. These are, well, I think you're best to try them for yourself, but these, you must remember, you can only use them so much in a day, and then once you've used them up, charge them by the moonlight every evening. And,
okay.
And they'll be working again.
Okay.
Okay.
But you saw what happened today when I tried to help. How do I make sure not to hurt people with this?
Nina, you'll be fine. Find a quiet place in the wood to experiment with these. I needn't explain them, I think. Wear them. Trust your heart. Find out what they do.
Okay.
And you'll be fine.
Oh, but did Freya use them?
Freya used some of them, yes. She was most fond of this one here. And
what does it do?
I'll show you. Slides it onto his index finger. and begins to wave his hand in the air, and as he does so, this apparition of dancing pink mamoon appears in front of you, swirling concentric circles all the way up to the ceiling, and he swipes his hand down and it vanishes.
Wow.
Can do quite a few more things than that.
That's incredible.
Yes. I needn't say, Nina, that, well, aside from yourself and me, people should not find out about these items. Best you can.
Yes. I'll keep it a secret.
Thank you. I would suggest you, get a good night's rest. Perhaps sleep off some of the merriment of this evening. And, leave early. I'm sure we have plenty of provisions we brought in for the hands before they even came.
Leave tomorrow?
Nina, if what you tell me is true, I think time is probably very much of the essence.
Oh.
You needn't be gone long, if you wish not to be. And, as I say, if there's any small sign of danger, you can come straight back. And you can come to me and we'll discuss.
Okay. Okay, I will. I take the cloth, not yet putting on the rings, but wrapping them carefully up in the cloth. I put the necklace on, feeling the weight of it around my neck. Okay. I'll get some stuff together, I suppose. I don't even know what to bring.
Well, you and I have been camping before. Just sort of, maybe a spare robe and some bits for a fire.
Food.
Yes. Oh, you needn't
hammock.
Bring a torch. And he points to the cloth that you just wrapped up. There'll be something for that in there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Food. I need food?
You will need food, yes.
Okay.
You can find things to eat in the Whispering Forest, I've found. I tell you what. And, he reaches inside of his jacket pocket, and you can see him unzip the pocket inside of his pocket that you had found previously, and he pulls out his small leather journal. You may find this useful. These are a series of notes that I had taken about the forest. I'm afraid they're not exactly very clear, or ordered, or potentially legible at all. But there might be something handy in there about various things you can find in the forest. As I say, there are things you could eat in the forest, although often I have gone to pick very particularly ripe-looking blast melon or such, and found it to be an apparition. So do be careful with that.
Okay. Apparition, blast melons.
Yes.
Okay.
I hope I haven't... Well, let me say this. There are dark forces to find in the forest, Nina. But the Whispering Forest is quite a magical place. I think it's probably what drawn you there in the first place. And the longer you spend there, the more I'm sure you will come to enjoy its charms. Just don't stay away too long.
I won't. I'll come straight back. And I'll find something for your arm.
I think possibly only the Oyageist themselves could possibly heal my arm.
Then I'll find the Orla guys.
Well, I wasn't quite expecting you'd find as much. Maybe just some new information about the potential spread of the darkness. But whatever you find, I'm sure it'll be helpful. We can perhaps do something, and perhaps call upon more help from the wider community, and maybe even the Royal Council or the guilds.
Yes, I'm sure once they hear about this, they'll be so worried.
Yes. Until we have some sort of concrete proof. Though I feel they may not take us seriously. Unfortunately, us here at Larks Grove aren't taken very seriously.
Keep it secret. For now.
But if you can bring back something that proves that there is something wrong, perhaps a more viable sample, dare I say, of this darkness, although you must be very careful.
Yes.
I think perhaps the rings I've given you may help you in this.
At that, I run towards him and wrap my arms around his neck.
He seems a little taken aback by this, but as soon as he realizes what you've done, he slowly puts his arms around you. Nina, I'm sorry that I've had to ask you to do this. I was questioning whether I should at all.
No.
But I do think you will do it.
I will, I promise. I promise I'll find the answers.
Yes, I believe in you.
Thank you, Opa.
Thank you, Nina.
You've given me everything.
No.
I won't let you down.
You couldn't let me down, Nina. You couldn't let me down. Right. It becomes late. See yourself to bed. Pack what you think you need. And see me in the morning.
I will.
Before you go.
Get some sleep, okay?
I
It's
will.
already very late.
Yes. I might just pitch in the cot in the workshop. I'd like to just tend to some of my samples before I go.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, Nina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I softly closed the door of the study. I think the second the door closes, I realize that my head is banging. And I stumble around, suddenly realizing I have to pack up my life into a backpack, having barely left this place.
Does Nina decide to begin that process of packing before she goes to sleep? Or is she going to sleep and do it in the morning?
I don't think she's going to get much sleep tonight. So quietly, not to wake Opa or disturb him from his work, she'll pack straight away.
And so as you begin to rifle through what possessions you have, aside from the obvious camping essentials, spare change of clothes, few tools, perhaps a sharp blade. Are there any particular or personal items Nina would take with her, bearing in mind that she'd probably like to keep it quite light?
Having never really left the orchard, not for any length of time, packing is a relatively new thing, and she almost certainly packs too little of the essentials. 1 top, maybe. And packs maybe 10 jars for specimens. And equipment for making totems. And ribbon. And a whittling knife. Several knives. There's many different things you need different knives for. And lots of food. Despite Steph's advice that there would be food to be found. Especially nuts for Kota.
You certainly find a plethora of nuts for Kota. Lots of food in the dry pantry. Plenty of dried fruit. These large, kind of like dried out, fleshy, almost like a giant raisin that's flat like a pancake that will last forever and work really well for giving you a nice boost of energy out there, throwing a whole bunch into your backpack along with the blocks for whittling and your knives and your 1 top.
I think there's a brief moment where she's contemplating rolling some black nut cheese with her. And then thinks better of it.
So, fastening the clasp in your backpack. What do you do as you bring yourself to your hammock to get to bed? What are you thinking in this moment?
There are just a million thoughts racing through my head about Freya and their relationship, Opa's grief that he's carried for so long, and then this overwhelming fear of what's wrong with him and what that means for us, for the orchard, and what it means for the whole forest if there really is something sinister attacking. And I think underlying all of these thoughts are just a deep fear of being so incompetent, not knowing where to begin or even who to turn to if things don't go well. The weight of the responsibility presses on me as I fall into a fitful sleep.
As that heavy weight in your mind sits with you as you drop off into slumber, mostly and helpfully aided by the alcohol consumed in the evening. It feels like you've definitely not slept enough when your eyes eventually open after what feels like a very short amount of time to the dawn chorus of bird song and the gentle whistle of Mamu weaving themselves through the branches outside your bedroom window. You can just see that first bit of light from the sun poking out from behind the setting moon in the sky. As day breaks in. How quickly does Nina get up?
slowly and quietly, so as not to wake both Opa and perhaps Kota, who will probably be feeling as rough as she is this morning. She's not sure how much of last night's conversation Kota could understand, but he has been particularly solemn and fitful in his sleeping. And she would try not to wake him and just scoop him into her apron to sleep some more. I would take my pack. I know that if I stay for breakfast, if I stay to see to everyone waking up, that I might change my mind, that I might not go at all. I would like to open the door of the study and just look in. I don't know if I have it in me to say goodbye. I'd like to see if he's sleeping.
Step over to the study, creaking the door open. You'll see that the lamp is lit, and Steph sits on a small stool, tending to some of the incubating plants on the lower shelves on the right side of his workshop. It is roused by the creaking door. His head cranes. Ah, Nina. Good morning.
Morning. You didn't sleep, did you?
No, not really.
Oh, but you have to sleep.
Yes, I will. I'll catch a nap in the afternoon. If I can get some of the hands working away while I sneak off back up here. Well, I'll have to say, I was quite excited, actually. Excited for you.
Can I do an insight check? That's 16.
He's genuinely excited. It's a wonderful thing to go on an adventure.
I'm glad one of us is excited.
Oh, Nina, don't you worry. You said to me before you've been in that forest many times yourself, yes?
Yeah, and look what's happened.
I think everything has happened just as it should have. And I think there is a reason that the forest gave you my ring back. That is the cosmic tides at work, Nina.
You think?
Absolutely.
Well, I hope so. I love you.
Oh, Nina, I love you too.
Be safe, okay?
I will.
And eat and sleep.
I will make sure I do those things. And I want to promise you now that I will do those
every
things.
day. 3 times a day you eat.
At least once a day, each of those things.
3 times a day.
I will see if I can get one of the hands to help me remember to do those things.
Bellamy, he'll be back this morning.
Certainly, yes, I'm not sure.
Let me write him a note.
Okay, certainly, yes.
I'll do that before I go.
Okay. Be well, Nina.
You too. I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon. Don't stay away too long, but have fun.
Have fun. And watch out for illusions and melons.
If you can.
Okay.
They do look delicious, that's the problem.
Okay. Bye, Opa.
Bye, Nina.
I give him one last hug.
He hugs you back and gives you a little pat on the shoulder, quite a firm one, as to say, you go now.
I go, not looking back, close the door softly of a study. Before I leave the house, I, in my worst handwriting, write to Bellamy. Dear Bellamy, I'm afraid I've had to go on an errand, something of great importance. I wish I could say more, but I'll tell you everything when I'm back. But for now, as a true friend, please look after Opa for me. Make sure he eats 3 times a day and gets good sleep, and I'll be back in a few. She writes weeks and crosses it out, writes days and crosses it out. Soon. I'll be back soon. Miss you, Nina. P.S. If that letter comes, hold it tight for me.
Where do you leave this note?
I write his name on the front, and I will pin it to the bottom of the tree, right where the big wheel of cheese had fallen just the day before.
Wonderful. Do you make your way down?
Yes. I've one last look over my shoulder at the treehouse, at the light coming from underneath the door to Opa's study. And I go down.
That light underneath the study door, still shimmering gently as your grandfather works through the morning. You move down the elevator onto the fresh, dewy morning grass and head over to the main gate, the orchard, to leave the orchard behind. As you approach the gate this morning, someone turns the corner and begins entering the orchard. It is Bellamy. And he sees you as you walk towards the entrance. Oh, Nina. How did you know I was coming? Why are you awake?
I'm sorry, Bellamy.
What? Why?
I have to go away. I left you a note. Oh, it's on the tree.
Go away? Where?
Oh, I have some important business to look into.
Oh. How long will you be gone?
I'm not sure. And her eyes well up with tears.
Oh, Nina, I'm sorry. You okay? It's okay. It's okay. Is everything okay?
I have to go now.
Sure. What? But wait. I came because I couldn't sleep, but because I had to. Because when I got home.
You are early.
Yeah, no, but I had to. Look. And he pulls from his jacket an envelope addressed to Larks Grove with your name on it in the hand of your father. I was going to wait until the morning, but then I couldn't sleep, and so I thought I'd just come here now and then just wait for you to wake up, but you're already awake.
You were coming early to give me my letter.
I couldn't sleep anyway. I was too excited to give it to you.
Thanks, Bellamy.
It's okay.
Yeah. Take the letter. Turn it over. Put it in my pocket.
I not read it.
Well, I'm late.
Oh.
Opa said I had to go straight away, and
Okay. Well, you know, you can tell me what it says when you get back, if you want to. If it's that's rude, isn't it? I was just thinking about your letter the whole time. So
I'm actually not so good at reading, so maybe you could help me read it.
Yeah.
But I guess that's not going to be for a while. Oh.
Well, you can open it when you get back.
Nice.
Unless you want to read it yourself, I don't mind.
How about... Well, it's early, right?
Early?
By now, it's too early for you to start working.
Yeah.
Why don't you walk with me up the road? And you could read it as we walk.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Will I open it?
Will you open it?
The letter?
Yeah, it's your letter.
Okay. Feels like a big thing.
Yeah? Does it? I mean, you made it feel like a big thing, and we kind of been waiting for the letter, haven't we? So
yeah, it feels a bit
I mean,
silly
you've been
now.
waiting. I'm just the post guy. I don't know why I've involved myself in this. It's not really my thing, is it? But it kind of just felt like my thing.
We're friends now, so it's your thing too.
You can see his expression drop and his eyes go wide. Would you like? You can roll me an insight
Yeah,
on
go on.
Bellamy if you like.
That is a 10.
He's pleased. He's pleased that you've said that, although his face doesn't really express pleasure as much as shock. But he's happy that you've said that you're friends. Yeah, we're friends, aren't we?
Yeah. Come, walk me up the road.
Okay. Oh. And you begin walking down the path. Sorry, where are you going?
You know, Bellamy, I'm not quite sure.
Oh,
An adventure, I suppose.
an adventure.
Would seem that way, and I jingle my pack, which has a surprising amount of glass in it.
Oh. Cool.
Huh.
What kind of adventure?
Well, I'm not really supposed to tell. But basically there's a big evil force that's in the forest, and I think it's taking over. And it might be trying to hurt everybody. So we need to find out what the evil force is, who it is, and also while I'm looking for it, see if I can find the mother spirit who... yeah.
Is this magic ring stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm not supposed to say though, so that's part of the secret too.
Okay. Are you okay, Nina?
I'm feeling sad.
Me too. I wish you didn't have to go.
Sorry.
It's okay. You'll be back soon.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Here, read me my letter.
Sure. Do you open the letter,
I open the seal of the letter.
but you don't take it out?
I look in it, but it would take me sitting down and concentrating to be able to read the contents of the letter.
Okay.
But I hand it to Bellamy.
In the envelope.
I open the envelope,
Okay.
look at it, make sure that I recognize the writing.
You certainly do. You can tell that it's your father's, in the equivalent of Sopros, cursive. God, What a fancy handwriting.
A moment of hesitation in handing it to Bellamy. A bit of fear.
It doesn't appear a long letter either, really.
Okay. Well, friends help each other and tell each other stuff, so I hand the letter to Bellamy to read.
Okay. Dear daughter Nina,
I'm walking up the road as he starts reading, so he has to maybe...
And he sort of trails afterwards, and you can see as he sort of shuffles his steps forward, occasionally looking up so that you can see where he's going as he darts his eyes back down to read the letter. Dear daughter Nina, apologies for the lack of correspondence. Things have been very busy here at home.
They're always very busy.
Yeah, I guess. They're important people, right? Important artisans.
Yes, they're great jewelers, and yeah, they're in the guild. They're quite high up in the guild, actually.
We write to you today to ask that you come home forthwith. We, in a matter of weeks, will be honoured by the Royal Council.
The letter.
He sort of seems shocked and looks at his hands where the letter once was before looking up at you.
Come home?
That's what it says.
Show me where it says that.
And he points to it.
Home.
Yeah.
It does say that.
Does? Yeah.
Keep reading.
Can I have?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. We ask that you come home. We are being honoured by the Royal Council for our achievements within the Artisans Guild, and we would like the full attendance of the Larks family.
Yeah.
We hope to see you in a number of weeks.
Okay. I could do that.
Your loving father.
Oh, I guess I have to go back for a visit. That's great.
I guess so.
I haven't seen Lyra or Asha or Holly in a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, that's great. That's good news. I guess they'll have changed.
Yeah. How long has it been? How old were they?
It's maybe 9 years ago.
Oh. Yeah, that's a long time.
It is. They'll be full grown now. It's hard to believe, but exciting. This is very exciting. But I have a job first, and that means we have no time to waste.
Sure. Yeah. Go here.
Thanks. I tuck it into my apron to read again later.
Should I walk you to wait, are you getting a cart somewhere, or is it far away? Or?
No, I'm gonna walk. Actually, I'm not really sure in which direction, and I look down at my necklace.
Okay. As you look down at your necklace, do you do anything with it, or are you simply looking at it?
I pick it up, and then I listen to it, give it a bit of a shake, expecting it to tell me which way to go.
You pick it up, you shake it to your ear, and it does nothing.
Okay.
It feels cool in your hand.
Okay. Maybe it's more of a intuition thing.
Is that magic too?
I think.
Did you get your magic ring back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
You said you'd show it to me if you got it back.
I'll show you, but you have to promise not to tell anyone.
Friends keep secrets.
Yeah. Okay, as we're walking up the road, I want to look for a place that we can kind of veer off the path slightly, because I don't want to show him on the main path. It
Sure.
feels more right to veer
roll me
into
an
the
investigation check, please.
woods. That is 7.
Basically, either side of you is
Wood.
the woodland. On one side, as the path where you walk right now, is that sort of like cordoned off area that is the Whispering Wood that generally people wouldn't go to. The other side is sort of the outskirting property of Larks Grove that then leads into your neighbouring property, which is somebody else's. It's a little bit rude, per se, to sort of dip over a fence to just hang out in their property for a bit. As far as you can see, the best place to do it is just sort of under some quite low-hanging branches that go for a little ways, a few paces, that is maybe a bit more obscured than elsewhere.
And could I take him into a little bit of the Whispering Wood?
That would be your choice. Do you wish to?
I look at him for a long moment, up and down.
What's going on?
Come with me.
I am coming with you.
And then I pull him off the main path into the Whispering Wood.
As you jolt him to the right into what is ostensibly just like dense foliage that isn't even a direct path, you are immediately met with coarse, bristling branches that are actually quite scratching as you pull both your and his torso, essentially forcing a path through these bushes. Roll me a constitution check, please.
12.
It's quite sharp and stings a little, but you can kind of breathe it off a bit as you plummet out of the other side of this really dense, rigid bush. Bellamy lets out an audible yelp as you pull him through, and
As he lets out a yelp, I put my hand over his mouth.
and you can hear some heavy breathing as you sort of tumble into the other side, and you once again find yourself under the dark canopy, these rich bluey green leaves of the Whispering Forest, and that twinkling, gleaming sunlight that just dapples itself in rays among the fluffy, mossy ground, immediately met with the sight of myriad twirling and swirling, like very small pink mamu, who make that whistling, curving noise as they move and immediately start swirling around your ankles and your arms. It almost seems like you've immediately transported into another world, not just on the other side of a bush. And as you stand there, Bellamy begins to hyperventilate.
Oh no.
We're not. This is where we've gone. There's Nina. There's signs everywhere. We're not supposed. There's a bright stone anomalies.
Bellamy.
Bright stone anomalies in
Bellamy.
it. We're gonna get in trouble, and we might get hurt.
Trust me. This is part of the adventure, okay?
I didn't know I was going on the adventure. I thought you were going on the adventure.
Yeah, so did I. But I think maybe you're supposed to come with me.
I didn't prepare anything.
I think I have enough jars for both of us.
Jars? What do we need jars for?
I'll explain.
Okay.
Okay. Deep breaths.
He breathes very staggered.
I take his hand. Remember you said you were looking for plants?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna find a lot of them.
Yeah. And he begins to look around him. And you can see a small glimmer of wonder as he truly appreciates the magic the place he's just found himself in.
Gotta keep it together, okay?
Okay. What now?
We walk.
Walk where?
I don't know. Just one foot in front of the next. And as we walk deeper away from the path, I begin to explain to Bellamy everything that Opa has told me.
As you begin walking across the dense, mossy, matted floor of this whispering forest, stepping in between deep, weaving vein-like roots that carpet the area, and that dappled rays of lights grazing against your faces as you move across it, almost like moving through waterfalls of radiance. You explain this story back to front to Bellamy. He listens, eyes wide, mouth open, every so often looking around him. The various wonders, the crooked trees, the strange goings-on of the Mamu, the interesting stone relics that seem to jut out and are only barely noticeable in amongst the overgrown moss and roots and vines. You both slowly get deeper into this mysterious, whispering forest.